Tim Walz had secret fling with top Chinese Communist official's daughter, she says. Wow, wow, wow. Y'all have to excuse me a minute. I'm still getting over this sickness, so I might be coughing a little bit. I got a throat lozenge in my mouth. But I definitely wanted to report on this crazy news today. This is crazy. This is crazy. This came out. I told y'all about Tampon Tim. I told y'all it was something weird about this guy. I always talk about his ties to the CCP. Well, this is par for the course for a Democrat. They cozy up to the Chinese communists and stuff like that. And of course, someone like him will be against free speech and all these other things. This guy is anti-American. He lies about everything that he's been questioned about. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. We're gonna talk about this story that came from the Daily Mail today. Again, excuse me if I cough. I don't have a mute button or anything. So bear with me. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. So follow me there as well. Oh, excuse me. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Daily Wire. I'm sorry, I got this throat lozenge, and I know it's so unprofessional. Sorry about that. But this comes from Ryan Saavedra. He reports that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz reportedly had a secret fling with the daughter of a top Chinese communist official while he was teaching in China in the 1980s, and he made her feel like a prostitute. Those are her own words. Jenna Wang told the Daily Mail that she was 24 years old. At least she was an adult. Was 24 years old when the Democrat vice presidential nominee showered her with gifts and seduced her. Wang, now in her 50s, said that they could not show affection in public because her father, Ben Hu, a high-ranking official in the Chinese Communist Party, would disown her. I gotta say, he's brave, though. He's a brave dude messing with a CCP official's daughter. I give Tim that. I give Tim that. He's brave for that one. She said that Walz led her to believe that he loved her and would give her a new life by taking her to the United States and marrying her. Quote, "We were deeply in love and I wanted to marry him and start a family. When it didn't happen, I felt very unhappy and sad," she said. Tim's behavior was very selfish. Of course, he got what he wanted. What else? Why would he bring you to the United States? She said that Walz's behavior made her feel, quote, like a prostitute and left her severely depressed. Walz has faced scrutiny over his dozens of trips to China and has come under fire for falsely claiming that he was present for the Tiananmen Square massacre. Quote, "We talked for hours and hours. We stayed in bed. We had sex. He continued to buy me gifts," Wang said. "I could never stay overnight because of the social conventions. It was very repressive. Couples walked around the city like robots. My father would have been very, very angry and sad if he had found out. She said that when she pressed Walz about their future and coming back to the United States with him, he suggested that all she wanted was a U.S. passport. Quote, "This was very offensive," she said. "I wasn't giving up my life and my position to move to Nebraska, a cold place in the middle of nowhere that most Chinese people had never heard of. I was giving it up to be with Tim, to get married and start a family. Knowing now that he wasn't going to marry me made me feel cheap and common, as if I was being treated like a prostitute," she added. That's exactly how he was treating you. She said that when Walz tried to talk to her again, she felt, quote, she, quote, felt dead inside and refused to force him to love her. Quote, "I never saw Tim again," she added. Wang later moved to Europe and became a teacher. She said that Walz had lied about numerous things in his past, and he, quote, "does not appear to have the character and integrity to do one of the most important jobs in the world. The Harris-Walz campaign did not respond to requests for comments about the allegations. Of course not. Well, if the story today in the Daily Mail is true, Tim Walz had a relationship with the daughter of a high-ranking Chinese Communist Party official and remained in contact with her for years after, says Senator Marco Rubio. If you aspire to be the Vice President of the United States, voters deserve to know everything about any and every link you have to the CCP, he added. And I totally agree. But y'all let me know, did this surprise y'all about Tim Walz? Because this really doesn't surprise me. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.